Good morning, good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Crystal, and it's my passion to help professionals 30 and over to get unstuck from their corporate 9 to 5 jobs to launch and grow a successful six-figure business with my crystal clear blueprint. And today's guest in Crystal Clear Show is Lefteris Koutinas, aka the Video Jedi. Lefty was born into a family of entrepreneurs that dominated media broadcasting for 40 plus years in radio and television. Being the firstborn, he was always the center of attention. I which made him learn quickly to capture people's attention, and that's how Create with Lefteris was born. Now he helps business owners stand out from the crowd through his video marketing strategies. Let's welcome Lefteris Koutinas.
How are you?
How are you, Lefty? I'm very well. Good morning there in Canada,
Yes.
and good afternoon here in Europe.
Yep.
So, yes, it's an amazing feeling where we can all be connected with different time zones, isn't it?
It's
And that
beautiful.
it's beautiful. So, Lefty, aka the Video Jedi, where did that surname come from?
Jay Lee actually gave me that name, and uh, it kind of stuck. The video Jedi, and then Jim Beard, who's a good friend of mine as well. He at one point we were getting on a bunch of Zoom calls, and he was trying to. He can pronounce my name, but he at the beginning he was always trying to pronounce it the best way possible. And then
Right.
he was like, "I'm just gonna call you Lefty," and I was like, "Okay."
Yes.
So that's how Lefty was born. Honestly, I love it. I don't mind it. And it's a good fun nickname.
Yes, it is. It is very unique and it resonates well with how you are, I think.
Thank you.
So, well, let's get into the questions, shall we? And my first question is always if you are a superhero, who would it be and why? But first, let me ask you what is your superpower, Lefty?
My superpower is turning browsers into buyers using very unique video marketing strategies.
Wow, that's a great superpower. So, is that also your greatest strength, or is it still it's somewhere different from that?
No, that definitely is my greatest strength. But as any filmmaker will tell you, you never are done learning. You always are. You're always learning. I'm going to be learning for as long as I can hold the camera in my hand.
Yes, definitely. And with learning, well, there comes it's a beautiful journey when you learn and unlearn and relearn. It's just never ending. So why not stop learning and relearning, isn't it? So which superhero would you be? Would you be the Jedi as your name, or is it somebody else?
Okay, so my superhero is also considered a villain. He can be both, and I chose Deadpool because
Oh,
yeah, I chose Deadpool because he has rejuvenation powers, which allows him to, if he, let's say, loses an arm or if he happens to die in battle, he always comes back to life.
right.
And I think that would be best suited because when I get knocked down, I always find a new way to pick myself back up again and learn and do it over and over and over the same way Deadpool can. But I think living a eternal life will probably very boring at some point.
Deadpool is not boring at all. So that makes a very good point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Deadpool. Deadpool is also my youngest son's favorite. He is 10, but he is his favorite. I'm like, are you sure? But now it's Deadpool and Spider-Man. So
Nice.
it's they're really nice combination. Well, I asked for your favorite quote, and you said your favorite quote is to be your all. You can't be for all. Who is that quote from?
I initially heard that quote. I heard it from two separate people, so I don't remember who I heard it from first, but it was from Chris Doe and from Alex Hermosi.
Mm,
And I don't know if it was a specific, I don't know if it was specifically meant to be a quote.
mhm.
I think they were just saying it in conversation. But that really stuck with me because it it's true that we were put on this earth for a specific type of person, or a specific group of people. And I feel like when we find those people that want to share the same path and the same journey and follow and walk in the same footsteps, that those are the individuals that are truly going to shape us for who we are in life, in relationships, in business, in friendship, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's right. I always tell also because I have a very strong personality, and I always tell myself I cannot please everybody. So you just need to be you and just do you, and people will love you for who you are and who you stand for and what you represent to them. And I think it's beautiful to be your all. You can be for all because you can resonate with one person and not the other, and it's just that's just okay, isn't it?
Absolutely. I one line, um the one quote that I didn't want to use, uh which came from my grandfather, was he sat me down when I was 16 years old. I was probably about, yeah, I was about 15, 16, and he sat me down, and being from an entrepreneurial background himself, he said to me, he goes, if you can it if you can get them to love you, you will never be out of business. It doesn't
Oh, that's
it doesn't matter what product, what service. If they love you, they will always buy. Period. End of story. And that truly stuck with me big time as well.
right. But that's a really good, what's that called, a good something to remember your grandfather by, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
It's to love and how to be loved also. It's it's what the world needs. It's what everyone need actually. And if you resonate with that person and if you love that person, of course you will follow and you will believe in what the other person is offering, isn't it?
absolutely. Yeah, of course. And it's a two-way street. You get love, you feel love, you want to give love back. And I think it's awesome.
Exactly. Wow. So you mentioned that you came from entrepreneurs, a family of entrepreneurs, and you are an entrepreneur yourself.
Yeah.
But what is your biggest why?
My biggest why. You know what? I didn't actually come into my why uh probably until about 4 or 5 years ago. And that why now is to put as much food on somebody else's table as I possibly can.
Mm,
And it was really funny because because when I said that to somebody else and they turned to me and they go, wait, what, Lefty? But what about your own table? Like, aren't you going to eat? And
right.
I said, if you listen closely to what I said, in order for me to put food on somebody else's table, they have to be able to put food on my table.
Mm,
It's indirectly talking about doing business together, right?
right.
By investing in me to take on my superpower, to allow my superpower to help you as much as I possibly can. And then they were like, okay, that makes sense. So for me, it's I always say put food on other people's tables because it's um it's given. It's indirectly assumed that in order for me to do that to somebody else, I'm also being taken care of.
Right, that's true. And it's actually giving value to other people, and that's ultimately what the purpose of life is. It's
Yeah.
helping other people, and then God or the universe will just take care of you and all your needs, like he does with the birds and all the animals in the earth. How
Yeah.
come not you, isn't it? So when did you start this journey? So as a young kid, you were already doing videos and editing videos, or is it, did you like something else when you were growing up?
That's a great question, and I always do my best to answer it as short as possible. So, my journey started when I was 14 years old. I was not in video, even though my family was. I wanted nothing to do with that. I actually fell in love with music. I fell in love with rave music, house, techno, dance, club music, and I wanted to do everything with it. I wanted to play it, listen to it, manipulate it, remix it. I wanted to do anything I could possibly could. So I bought my first. Well, I didn't buy because I was 14 years old, but my parents bought me my first DJ set, and oh, I was so excited. I then got into the club industry when I was 16 because there's all ages parties that were happening in Toronto. I quickly, at 16 years old, I did my first DJ gig. I played in front of 1,000 people, which was like, oh, but it was a fun time. And then I
Mhm.
slowly progressed from there. I became more popular and more popular, and I started playing bigger shows and bigger venues. Uh, the largest event that I played for was for roughly 50,000 people, and that was probably like a the best time of my life. It was also in Greece, so it was a beach party. So I was playing on the water, which was nice. Um, but yeah, as I gained popularity, I obviously had to take photos and videos of myself. So I would hire photographers and videographers. And this was during the upcoming of Instagram, right? So this, we're talking, what are we talking now? 2006, seven, like around there. So Instagram is coming in the world. I need photos, I need videos. I started becoming a little bit more popular. Um, but then when I met my wife 5 years ago, I realized that I didn't want to come home at 8 o'clock in the morning every morning. I wanted to, I wanted to go back to my roots,
Right,
be that family man that my family, uh, lived by, right?
right.
So I said to myself, you know what? I want to be home more. I want to spend more time with my wife. And I did exactly that. We had a talk, we sat down. I said, I think I'm gonna leave DJing. Oh, why? You're so good at it. No, you know what? I want to be home with you more. That's what I want to do. I want to build a business and I want to be with you. And she goes, okay. So I sat down, okay, what can I do? Uh, I said, oh, maybe I'll get into photography. And I remember distinctly how I felt when I would get my photos and videos back. I was the cool kid. I looked amazing. I felt like a rock star, right? And I never used to feel that way because growing up I was always a little I was more on the chubbier side. I was the fat kid. I was picked on, and the DJ persona really made me create like a character, a persona that I can fall into and build my confidence through, right? And as the years went by, I it slowly the character slowly started to go away and I was truly able to shine through. And I knew how I felt, like I said, when I would get my material back. So I knew that at that moment I wanted to do that for other people.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's I got into YouTube. From YouTube, YouTube's actually how I fell in love with video because I was doing photography first. And then
Right.
I fell in love with video, and then I said, "Forget photography. I don't care. I'm just gonna do everything video."
Yeah.
And then for the last 4 years, I've been doing video, and then got into the coaching space, and now I am where I am, and quite frankly, I know everybody has their own insecurities. They have things that they potentially hate about themselves, and quite frankly, I'm here to pull out everybody's cool kid the way I was able to pull out my cool kid.
Oh wow, I love that story. It's true when sometimes you feel so awkward when you are not in the right um when you're not in the right zone, when you are not in your giftedness. But now you have found your true calling, shall I say that? And you are this cool video Jedi, and you act differently, isn't it? You show confidence also to other people, and you give confidence to other people, and that's what matters. It's showing them, if I can do it, you can too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course, of course.
I love.
It's been a great journey so far.
Wow. Would you think that you are already successful in your work in or and in your life?
uh, yes, yes, I do think that I am successful, but I look at because my game is a very long game, and I kind of you kind of measure success based on the journey that you're taking. So the word success is truly subjective because somebody could make $50,000 a year, and to them that is successful. Someone could make $100,000 a year, to them that is successful. A million, 10 million, 100 million, right? So
Right.
it's really difficult um to really pinpoint truly what success is. It's more so what you deem to be successful. And the way that I look at things is I'm always going to find success in my life, uh, no matter what stage I'm in. But I don't measure it based on monetary, like the money or the investments that people make with me. That's just literally just the cherry on top. I don't look at it as like, oh, I made 10,000 this month, I made 100,000 this month, I made whatever, right? Like it's that just I look at it as like a tip. Thank you for continuously allowing me to be in business next month.
Right, right. And I think it's also the definition of success. Most of the people who would watch us or who would listen to us would say, yeah, but 50,000, 100,000, 1,000,000, that's success, because they would think that earning a lot of money is success. But there's also this side of us now who are in the coaching business, whom we know that adding value to people is being successful. Doing the work that you love, waking up every morning and being so happy, get into the work that you love doing. That is success. Being able to say no, I want to spend time with my wife or with my daughter, children, my husband every weekend. That is success also, because not everybody has the luxury of spending time with their family and their loved ones, isn't it? So it's true that different people have different point of views of success, but I love when you say monetary is, it's really definitely a cherry on top. When you give value to people and you do everything that, all the things that you love doing every day, every single day, it's definitely just the cherry on top
Yeah.
of in life. So are there best practices that you can share with us and to our viewers that they can implement daily and that they can also implement immediately so they can be successful?
Absolutely. Speaking on my expertise, I come across a lot of people who still have struggle, picking up a phone or a camera to just hit the record button,
Right.
not knowing what to say and whatnot. My advice is just do it, and you
Mhm.
don't have to do it for the sake of posting.
Mhm.
Just create an album in your phone of just videos that you want to watch back on, to for practice purposes, right?
Right.
Just start. The best
Mhm.
the best thing to do is just start. When I picked up a camera, I had no idea what I was doing. Like, of course, I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, I've been around cameras, but I've never physically touched one growing up. So I think what allowed me to get good at what I was doing is I came with the confidence. Like, I had confidence to show up on camera because
Right.
I enjoyed being in front of the camera, and I did build that stage presence already for like 15 years prior. So,
Mhm.
of course, people can look at that as like I have like an advantage or the upper hand. But, you know, if you think about that, it took me 15 years to build the stage presence that I wanted, right? I was
Right.
just fortunate enough to do that from 10, 11 years old, right?
Right.
And it's people now that are starting going, "Oh my gosh, I suck. I look terrible. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm stuttering and stumbling my words." Rome wasn't built in a day. Your
That's true.
videos are not going to be built in a day. So just practice, pick up the phone, say something. Even if you just say hello to yourself on camera, just say,
Mhm.
"Hi, my name is Lefty. Nice to meet you." That's a video, right?
Mhm.
And practice getting better at that. And every single time you put out a video, add another line, add another line, add another line. And then eventually you're going to start being able to pick up things that you like and that you don't like. And then that's when you start building what we know as branding, right?
Mhm.
But you just got to start. You just got to
That's
start.
right.
Oh, and if I could give some advice, because I also mentioned this in my video that I'm putting out later today. Um, People are not watching you as much as you think they are. Uh,
It's true.
People care about themselves. They don't really care about you. And I don't mean they don't care about you. What I mean is people are so focused on what they need to do that
Mhm.
they're not like glued the way you might think that if you hit upload, you're everyone's gonna start dissecting and
Yeah, I have that problem sometimes.
yeah, no, just do it. You've come a long way too, because I see the videos that you put out. So I want to, I'm going to give you a pat on the back because you're
Oh,
doing
thank you.
fantastic.
Oh, thank you. So just do it, Lefty. Is that what you're saying? Just do it. Pick up the phone, pick up your video camera, and just record yourself. Say hello. I remember the first time I did my video. It was during a coaching call with one of my mentors, and she was talking about her first time doing the coaching, and I said, yeah, I'm also so afraid of doing the videos. And she said, actually, now that you mentioned that, you need to go out of the session and just record yourself. I was like, what? But then she said, just a minute, and then you come back here and then show us the video. And I was like, I was stuttering and I was so afraid. What am I going to say? And I felt crazy. I felt weird. But that's how everything starts, isn't it? You need to start whatever. however you look, and just do it.
Yeah.
So we're coming to the end of our show, Lefty, and it's already been almost 30 minutes. It's a pleasure having you here with us today. And knowing that there is a video Jedi, Create with Lefty. So, is there one last crystal clear gem that you would like to share with our viewers?
Yes. Be intentional with everything that you post. Do it with purpose. Don't put things out that you feel like you need to just to stay relevant and keep up with the algorithm. We are currently now in an interest based algorithm, meaning
Mm,
that if you are just interesting, you
right.
can literally not post anything for a week and people will still gravitate towards that post, that video, that blog, that news article, whatever it is that you put out. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not about likes anymore. It's not about comments anymore. It's, it's practically the one button that you should be caring about the most is your share button, because if you're interesting enough, you will get shared to someone else. And that's the beauty about the interest based algorithm over a social based algorithm. The social based algorithm was one that was primarily based on, we will push your profile because 100 people like it, because 100 people comment on it. It has nothing to do with that anymore. It's
Oh,
so less is more, as the sales ninja Jay Lee likes to say. Slow is fast, and show up with intention and purpose, and tune everybody out that says that you have to make 3 to 5 videos a day, because you don't.
wow.
Make sure that that one video that you put out packs the punch of 20 videos.
Wow. So be intentional. It's really good because nowadays we see so many things going on in social media, whether it's something silly just to be able to post, just to be out there, but now it gives me hopes actually to be, because I prefer giving value instead of just being out there and just be present, but being intentional is really the secret sauce, isn't it?
Yep.
And giving value to your viewers, to your supporters, to your clients is and giving love, showing them how you love them, your is the most important thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to leave you guys actually off with one more thing. The conversion rate in terms of posting is anywhere between 2 to 5%. So those numbers are already low.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine spreading 2% across 10 videos. Or would you like to collect 2% on one video?
Right. That's
Right?
right.
So this is how you have to look at it. The people, it's a small percentage of the population of your friends list, of your group members, of anything that truly actually see what you're posting. So
Mm-hmm.
less is more for the conversion rates to be higher.
Wow, right. Less is more. It's definitely something to remember. Very simple, but very powerful. Less is more.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Lefty. One last, can you tell us something more about your business and invite them to create with Lefteris?
Yeah, so I create Netflix documentary videos, story brand videos, video sales letters. We do all promotional advertising to make sure that we're getting you in front of thousands of pre-qualified leads before they even get on a call with you. As I mentioned earlier, turning browsers into buyers. And you can gladly check all my work out at createwithlefteris.com, which is, if I do this correctly, right here.
I'm going to also show them there.
Perfect. And you can find all my other social media handles through my landing page. And if you needed something quickly right now, you can find my Instagram and my YouTube channel at Create with Lefty.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Lefty. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Crystal Clear Show. Where you are now doesn't matter, where you are going does. So remember to get crystal clear wherever you go. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Bye.